Well, welcome back to lifestyle planning and things you might not really need to know with the 2024 election year. It's underway. Here we are. Welcome, everybody. Many of you may be thinking, Francisco, should my investment decisions kind of take into consideration who is in office, who might end up in office? Those of you who've heard me talk about this before, you won't be surprised when I say let's look at the data. So we have a chart here from our friends at Capital Group, and it shows just the S&P 500 from 1933 all the way back at the beginning up to the current day 2023. So, right, we like seeing these charts up and to the right every time we look at these long-term numbers. What you'll see from the chart below is that the market actually does really well under both kinds of presidents. Doesn't matter who's in power, right? To provide some numbers. So if you put in $1,000 way back then, guess how much money you have here today? Over $10 million. Actually, today it's over $19 million. Well, who of us would love to be able to go back to 1933 and put $1,000 in, right? If only we could. This is for you to know my perspective on being in the market, right? It's a long term game. If you don't have a long term game, then in my opinion, you're actually just gambling with that money. Some of you might be saying, okay, Francisco, well, which political party actually does better? Is there some difference here between the two? Yeah, there's a slight difference. If you look at the 10-year annualized returns, the Republican Party presidents averaged 9.8% return, and the Democratic Party candidates averaged 10.7. So slightly improvement. Is that true with every single Republican versus Democratic president? No, that's the average. So can you predict which ones are going to give you that slight marginal better return? If I could, the data would show it, and I probably wouldn't share it with anybody. I would use that difference to my own personal advantage. Key takeaways: don't let your political biases impact your investment approach, because here we see again the stock market is a long term game. Doesn't matter which president is in office if you're looking for long term returns. You're not going to try to get in and get out simply because of who is president. And the reality here is that if you're looking for a financial professional to partner with you to build that life you love to live, because our saying around here, you weren't born just to pay bills and die. Consider checking us out and letting us run a diagnostic on your overall personal financial situation.